I need help! Get in here!
I know she keeps a mask in her
Is her
bag.
airway clear? Yes. Check her pulse. Nothing. I'm starting compression.
So what happened to her?
I don't know. We were just coming up in the elevator. She said it was getting stuffy and she couldn't breathe, and then she just collapsed.
Okay, I'm gonna go get a medical bag and call an ambulance.
Go. Cassandra, don't die on me.
There's really only one person among us who could be the real murderer. Now here she is, Miss Perfect.
Where's your phone?
It's on the desk. What's going on?
I need someone's medical bag. Dr. May is in full rest in the elevator. We can't get a pulse.
I'll grab my bag.
Go.
Frank, I'm on my way. I'm right behind you. You stay here.
All right, what happened to her?
Did she have some sort of trauma? I don't know. Kevin said she just collapsed in the elevator. Hello? I need an ambulance right away. This is Dr. Karen Wexler. I am at 48 Chestnut Avenue, penthouse suite. Yes, I have a woman, mid-30s. She's in full rest. We need someone right away.
All right, stop. Can you get a pulse? Nothing.
Was anything unusual before she collapsed?
No, she just dropped.
Chris, check her pupils.
There's no response.
Well?
No. They're fixed and dilated.
No. Great. She's hypoxic.
How long has she been down?
Less than 10 minutes. I started CPR immediately.
Oh, my God.
Lark, you should be inside.
What's wrong with her? Is she dead?
Yeah, it's better if you don't see this. Just go back in.
Frank, we got this. Get her in there.
They're doing everything they can. Back inside now. This isn't looking good, guys.
Well, we're not giving up.
The ambulance will be here any minute.
Fine. She's still fixed and dilated.
Kevin, take a rest. Come on.
Go ahead.
Kevin, did she say anything before she passed out?
Was she feeling sick?
No, we were just coming up in the elevator. She was filling me in on Serena's condition, and then her breathing became labored, and she dropped to the floor.
Well, you would have recognized the signs of a heart attack.
Yes, a stroke.
Or an aneurysm.
This wasn't anything natural. She was poisoned.
With what? I mean, how could you know that?
Because it happened in my book. She was murdered.
Is she already dead?
Her heart stopped beating and she stopped breathing. Now they're doing compressions to try to keep oxygen to her brain.
Everybody's dying, Frank. It's just what it's like. 1 second you're fine, the next you're just dead, and nobody can do anything about it. I mean, Jake, and now Dr. May?
I'm sorry you had to see this, Lark, but I told you to stay in the apartment. Is it hot in here?
No, it's not.
No, it's hot in here. You shouldn't be around this stuff.
Frank, you're shaking. Are you all right?
I'm fine. Just get your stuff so we can split. I don't want you here. Move it! Yeah, it's Frank. I have to see you soon. Then get it ready! I'm coming over. How's it look?
She flatlined. We gave her epinephrine and atropine, but it didn't work, so they're gonna have to redose her on the way. It's gonna take an Actagon at this point.
I'm calling the police.
I'm gonna get Lark out of here. This is no place for a kid.
Can we at least take the stairs?
Yeah, sure, come on. Let's go, guys.
You know, we have years of medical training so we can save people's lives, but yet there wasn't a damn thing that any one of us could have done.
Come on, she was gone before we ever got
She
to
was
her.
a good doctor,
She was
man.
a good person. All of the kids loved her.
Great, which is another thing. How the hell are we going to keep this away from Neil and Serena, huh?
There's no chance of that. Media will be in a frenzy. You kidding me? Another dead doctor at General Hospital.
Wait a minute. Do we think Kevin was right? Could she have been poisoned?
She could have had a pre-existing heart condition.
Well, did she ever mention anything like that to anyone?
You guys, if you hear hoofbeats, you think horses, not zebras. We have no idea if she was murdered.
We gave her basic life support. There's nothing more we could have done here. I mean, we wouldn't have done anything differently, even if she had been poisoned.
If she had been poisoned. Come on. Kevin is right. Dr. May was murdered. We might as well pull our heads out of the
No,
sand.
she could have died of natural causes. We don't know anything until we get the autopsy report.
I agree with Julie. This is a wrongful death. Any one of us can be next. I suggest we start listening to Dr. Collins. For our own good. The police are on their way.
Kevin, did she have any pre-existing conditions?
Doesn't matter. That's not what killed her.
Kevin, she could have died of anything.
But she didn't. In general homicide, the character based on Dr. May starts out with car trouble, which she had today. And then she drops dead from cyanide
Kevin,
poisoning.
I just think you might be jumping...
This was not a natural death! That woman was murdered. And that makes her the fourth victim of our serial killer. Got it?
Frank, you are scaring me. This isn't your ambulance.
Am I driving fast?
We should have turned back there. Where are we going?
I'm taking a detour and I need to pick up some medication.
Didn't you have some earlier today?
It wasn't enough.
You know, seeing Dr. May dead really freaked me out. Did it do the same to you? Is that what's wrong?
I see dead people all the time.
Oh, not people you know, Frank.
I didn't know her that well. Just turn on the radio or something and let me drive.
You know, let's go get a bite to eat or go see a movie. Maybe we could to get our minds off of what happened.
My mind isn't on what happened. My mind is on not feeling like I swallowed a handful of cockroaches. Can we just run this errand without comments from the peanut gallery? I'm not interested in your bright ideas.
Well, it's clear what you're interested in, Frank.
Is it too much to ask for a little support?
No, of course not. That's what I'm trying to do, to give you the support you need to kick this.
I'll thank you for your concern, but be quiet.
You know, there are clinics, experts you can see for help. I mean, you can use a fake name or something,
All
you know?
you have to do is sit there and go along for the ride. Can you do that?
Lark, you're not old enough to see a dead body, but tag along while I go buy some drugs.
Okay. This is only going to take a minute.
Should I close my eyes?
Look, we'll be in and we'll be out, and then we'll go get a bite to eat. Sound good?
Thanks.
They called the code. They never got her rhythm back. She's gone.
Ellen's at home, so I'm gonna give her a call and tell her what happened to her friend.
Julie, black coffee. Don't worry, I didn't poison it. Do hangovers usually begin this quickly? Well, you started throwing back the champagne pretty early. Well, I'm sober now. I didn't even drink before I came to Port Charles. Look what a couple of murders can do for you. Can I get you anything?
Dr. May's life back.
Do you think Kevin was right? Do you think that Dr. May was murdered? She was the fourth victim?
Fourth and counting.
You a believer now, Scanlon?
Ramsey, I think there's a lot of questions that need to be asked.
I mean, questions we need to ask each other.
I can understand how you think this may be related to your book. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. But if I were you, I would not go claiming any knowledge of a possible murder once the cops get here.
I may be the only person who has any answers to this mess.
Wait for the autopsy report, Kevin.
Eve, when was the last time you saw a perfectly healthy 30-something physician suddenly drop dead from natural causes? I'd like everyone's attention, please. I think it would be safe if we were to proceed as if Dr. May's death were a murder.
Is that a confession?
No. And it isn't a joke either. I'm sorry, but we have to face the facts. In my book, I wrote a detailed account of the murder of every person in this room.
Don't you mean to say a fictional account of our deaths, Kevin?
Were the deaths of Bennett Devlin, Grace Sullivan, Jake Marshak, and now Cassandra May fictional? Not anymore. I'm assuming that you've all read the book. I suggest that you familiarize yourself with the way that your character dies and then try to avoid any similarities in your life.
So now what? I'm supposed to let your book run my life?
If you want to live, yes.
Okay, well, in your book, my character dies from a drill to the brain. That is exactly how I saved Audrey Hardy's life. So now what do you want me to do, huh? Run screaming every time I see a power tool?
Don't trivialize this, Joe. People are dying.
I understand that. People died that were close to me, Kevin, because of your...
Go ahead, say it. Because of me. Because I wrote that damn book. Right?